Welcome back to the vlog. I've been so wrapped up in larger projects this past year that my garden is pretty much just growing grass. But I have some sunflowers and I've been growing some cucumbers, and I thought to myself, I really want to learn how to pickle cucumbers. So I planted these, I think they're Boston pickling cucumbers, and so I'm gonna pick those and then we'll take them into the house and learn how to pickle. But I also want to add some garlic to my pickles, and somewhere in this clump of blah here there is 7 cloves of garlic. So let me grab the shovel and we will find those. Not exactly sure what to expect in here, so let's just start digging it and see what comes out. I found one of them. Should be something usable in here. Aha, there we go. Kind of a small one, but very usable. So we'll take that up and use that in the pickles. Welcome to my kitchen. Now, before we get started, just remember, I have no idea what I'm doing, so don't take this as a tutorial. But what I've got here is all the stuff that I think is required to make pickles. I've got the pickles, the garlic, the jars, vinegar, pickling salt, some dill seed, cutting board, and some measuring utensils here. On the stove, I've got pots and pans, so let's see what we can do here. I'm just following some random recipe online, but it says 2 cups of water, and then you want to use 2 cups of vinegar. Okay, 2 cups of vinegar. Then we want 2 tablespoons of salt here. This is pickling and canning salt. Apparently does not have the additives that other salts do. And it's supposed to be a finer grain so that it dissolves better. I've also got a pot of water that's going to boil so I can put the jars in there. I'm supposed to sterilize it. Okay, now it's time to cut up the cucumbers. Okay, I'm supposed to stick these glasses in the boiling water. I hope they don't break. And that's supposed to get off any kind of nasty bugs that are in there. So if I have some tongs, I can roll them around a bit. I'm supposed to remove a hot jar here. Place that out. Now I'm supposed to put some dill seeds in the jar. Okay. Also says a couple cloves of garlic. I probably should peel these real quick. Now it says pack the cucumbers. Now I'm supposed to pour this into the jar, leaving about a 1/2 inch. Now I'm supposed to grab a lid from in the boiling water. Now apparently the lid will pop down after a while when this is ready. Oops, wrong button, as always. Well, I think that's done. I've got 3 jars full of cucumbers that will hopefully soon be pickles. It was actually easier than I was anticipating, so I'm just waiting for them to cool and hopefully have the tops pop down. This one may have already done it, but this one I can tell has not done it yet. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. We just got back from eating some lunch and going to Walmart for grocery shopping, and it is raining once again. It has rained every day this week and is supposed to continue this trend. So I can't paint the shop today, but I can go in and continue working on the new workbench. So we'll go out and get the rest of the groceries, get Emma in bed, and prepare for some more work. I'm meeting up with my new business partner this afternoon, and we're gonna discuss even more business stuff. And I promise I will tell you what the business is here pretty soon. I've got some physical goods coming in to show you, hopefully within the next couple of days. So it's coming soon. I'm making progress on the workbench. Let me show you this other side over here. I've got this nice and smooth. I use the router to get that all equal. The problem is I messed up a couple times and it really gouged this pretty hard, so made a really ugly bit. So I thought, why don't I try using the saw for the next side, and didn't work, so I used the circular saw, and that was a disaster. So I have ordered, you may have seen them, the Japanese style saws. A lot of the woodworkers on YouTube are using them. But anyway, I'm gonna set the board back again and try to get everything cut nice and level or flat with that saw. But anyway, it's coming, should be here in about 2 or so days. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try and get some of the legs built, because I can always use that saw to make cuts on this after it's on the legs. So that's my next step in this build. In the previous video, I mentioned that I'm planning on doing a retaining wall out back, and I've had some really great input on that. So one of the things was, don't start until you have all the funding for that wall. It's gonna take a lot of money. It's gonna be, I'm guessing, $5,000 to $6,000 easy. So I'm gonna do kind of like what my brother-in-law is doing. He ordered all the materials and had them sitting out ready to go before building his wall. So I'd like to do the same, you know, have stacks and stacks of that block. Now I'm gonna use the actual retaining wall block that has the lip in the back, so it will be an official wall. So, but anyway, rest assured that I am gonna make this wall correctly and not like the wall I built for the side of the shop here. Just wrapped up the business meeting with my family, and all went well. So the meeting lasted a lot longer than I was expecting. It's almost dark outside, and tomorrow is Thursday, which means I have to go back to work, and this vlog might be a little shorter than I had originally anticipated. So let's fill up a little bit of time here right at the end. I am getting the first of the 4 legs on the workbench. So that's what it looks like right now. I had the comment, hope we get to see more detail on this, and yes, there will be a dedicated video. So what I've done is the middle leg goes 2 1/4 inches down into the table. I used chisel and some other things to get that made, and then the other 2 boards just sandwich that and support extra on the sides. Have a couple of screws in there, and it's glued. But anyway, that should be nice and strong. I used a lot of glue in this joint, so it should never come out. And yes, it is squared off, so that's a good thing. Well, I've got some ram pumps to make this evening, so I can take them to ship out tomorrow. Definitely starting to slow down here in the later months. I guess people might be using them for livestock and such, but I think the big rush of garden watering is coming to an end. And with rains like we've had this week, not exactly necessary. Just in closing, the business that I am starting and am super excited about is going to be product based, and you will definitely hear a lot more about that. And I will probably pitch the idea to you randomly to purchase that product and leave an Amazon review. So Amazon is a wide open market and has amazing potential. And the reviews are actually what really drive the sales traffic I'm learning all this stuff as I go along, but just wanted to throw that little disclaimer out that I'll be showing you product later that actually belongs to me, so it's really exciting. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I think that I'm going to continue making the vlogs as I have throughout the month of July. I had posed the idea at the beginning of July that maybe I should make a whole bunch of vlogs, and then whenever I get a project done, for instance that table, that I'll just post it whenever it's time. In the past, I have tried to really focus on a single project like that table and get it done as quick as possible. And I was posting 1 or 2 of those projects a week. But it was tiresome, and it took a lot of cash flow. I've talked about the cash flow of doing my projects in the past, but since Ashley has left her job and I'm the only one providing at the moment, and hopefully I'll be the only one that does have to provide, I've cut the funding for the workshop and other projects that I normally do, so I can focus on family. But that means to bring content to you, I'm just doing vlogs. So, and projects like this table right here probably did not cost more than 50 bucks. And I already had almost all of the 2x6s and 2x4s from a previous project. Quite some time ago, I'm gonna guess 3 to 4 years ago, I made a queen size bed frame, and the design was terrible, terrible. And so I scrapped that and made the much better frame that you can find. My most watched video, which I think will be my first video to hit 1 million views, which is exciting. Anyway, use that extra wood for this table, and then just fasteners and wood glue, so not too bad. Okay, I've rambled enough. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.